Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Friday, December 5th, 2025. I know yesterday I said it was Wednesday when it was Thursday, but today really is Friday. This is my daily vlog. Each morning I start the day talking to you about what I've been doing next, and how those things are going. So work to make content creation indefinitely sustainable here. Man, we're rounding out this year, and I feel it coming fast. Did you notice how short the time is between Thanksgiving and Christmas this year? Because Thanksgiving was like the 29th or something, 28th or 29th, which means like 3.5 weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas, which means one of them is gone, which means I have to start shopping, I suppose, wow, that's too much. This weekend's going to be busy. Let's talk about production. So yesterday, I started the morning. I had a little cleanup here in the studio from a whirlwind of production. I did some reading, research of upcoming videos and topics and things like that. Began work on a video that I wanted to get done for release today. So that's another Pixel Pocket Pro. We've done half of them. This is number 6 I got to, the Data East one I started yesterday. It was the one from Tuesday I was going to do. So I finally got to it yesterday. So I started that. I started some shooting in here. I got some good progress on that. At lunch, I had to take an errand uptown, which is like 30-minute drive. So I kind of took a little bit of a longer lunch. I drove up there, had lunch, drove all the way back. And then when I got home, luckily when I got home, I only had, did I have anything left? I had all the shooting done. It was in the can. So it was just editing. So I got busy completing the editing for that video, and it's done. So it went to members yesterday at 11 a.m. I'm sorry, when the members yesterday afternoon, will go to everyone today at 11 a.m. And by the way, remember I shared with you many times that sometimes I look at the performance, how it does with members, to kind of gauge how well it might do when it goes live, and it's done very well with members. So I'm hopeful we can have another successful release on our hands to do well. So I guess we'll find out when we talk on Monday. I then planned for the production today a little bit that will be doing today. We'll talk about in a moment to release on Saturday. And though I didn't have a new video release yesterday, I wanted to share with you the progress on the Intellivision Sprint video, which did pretty well overnight. You'll recall it was the #1 performer of our last 10, but also there was all the shake-up around the embargo date and everything. Well, I just want to show you the chart and how it's done after a couple of days, because it's doing quite well. Here's the chart, up over 14,000 views now. You can see after a day that it took another pickup. You can tell on day 2 there it took off again, and just about double the views that we had going into it. So yeah, done very well, and informing what videos I'm going to do coming up in the future too, because now we know there's some interest in the Sprint. I mean, not as broad as maybe some other products we've done, but for the time, very good. Yeah, very good. So that has contributed to our good stats. Now we had a downtick daily, but lovely the way stats work. We had a bad day fall off the back end that was worse. So actually we're up today in both categories. Let me bring up my chart to show you, and you probably know I like to be at or above this midpoint, which represents 200 subscribers and 20,000 views average over the last 7 days. Again, up in both categories, not quite over my goals, but 17.3 thousand views, a good up from the other day. 220 subscribers average over the last 7, which is quite strong, and which has led to good progress on our overall tally. Yesterday we're about 137, 2 3/4, and this morning 137, about 5 1/4. So yeah, quite nice. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see where we are come Monday, because we often have about a 500 or 600 weekend, which means we could start the week next week at 138. We'll see. Today is a podcast recording day, which often kind of truncates my days sometimes, because the guys get ready, they get off work, and they want to start around 3:30 or 4 sometimes instead of 5:30, which means it shortens my work day, which is fine. So my goal today, I want to do my final podcast editing. I have to do that before we record the shows, of course. Then I want to do work for the video on Saturday. And so if I can write it and shoot it entirely throughout the day here in the afternoon, then I can, even if I don't finish the editing after we're done with the podcast, which usually if we start at 4, which is often the norm, we usually finish about about 6:30 or something to record 2 episodes. And if that's the case, then after 6, I can spend another hour or 2 to wrap up the editing on that to get it out for Saturday. So even though I don't get done till 7 or 8 tonight, we'll still be in good shape. I don't mind. What else? What am I going to do? What? I think I have a social life to go out on Friday? No, that's not a problem. So I'll get that done in some form or fashion. I was kind of debating about which one to do, but I think I'm pretty locked in on what I'm going to do. So it's not difficult. It's a little highly technical. I think I'm going to work on the expansion for the Intellivision Sprint, which makes a lot of sense. It's just very timely, and people want to know that information. They're starting to show up. So I want to do that, a dedicated video for that. So I want to get to work on that today. So as long as I get all the shooting done before we record the podcast, I should be okay. And that's it. That's enough for a Friday. Hoping to have lunch with some friends today. I saw a little text chain, so I got to catch up on that. Otherwise, an open weekend. But considering I had an invitation to go up to Atlanta for a big game fest there. My buddy MC Murray invited me up there. I can't cram it in my schedule with holidays coming up. It would be 10 hours of driving Saturday and Sunday, and just a whirlwind, and I wouldn't get any recharge time. And while I would like to go, if it was a 3-day weekend, I'd go. But on a 2-day, I just couldn't squeeze it in. So I'm sad that I won't get to see MC Murr, my buddy, this weekend and go to that show. But instead, I'll just stay home and have a nice, relaxing weekend. And I think in December, those are probably hard to come by. So I'll take this one if I can get it. All right, let me go see if I can accomplish any of that stuff I told you I'm going to try to do. So I'm going to thank you, of course, for popping in to check out today's vlog, if that's what you did. But if you are here every day, religiously, tuning in, you're one of those amazing folks that tell me in the comments it's become part of your morning routine. That's so awesome. I love you for that. Thank you for being here and being part of this journey with me. I hope you have a great Friday and an even better weekend. Please try to do something good for yourself on all 3 days, and I will catch you again next week. Bye-bye.